I made a list of the 10 worst decisions you can make in your 20s because I saw someone else make a video on this, so I thought I'd give my take on it. I'm a person that has lived a lot of life, and I feel like some advice can be helpful to someone because I know that I needed it when I was in my 20s, even when I was in my teens. So hopefully something that I say right now can be something that you can apply if you are living like how I was living. Even if you're past your 20s, maybe there's something that I can say that you can agree with. And if you have something that you think that I missed, then leave it in the comments. But we're gonna get to the 10 right now. The first thing I wrote down was having friends define your worth. That is the biggest mistake. That's the worst decision that you could make in your 20s. A lot of times when we're growing up or in the process of growing up, we develop these friendships. A lot of these friendships we don't realize are there because of proximity, because your parent knows their parent, or because they live down the street from you, because they went to the same school as you, because they went to the same judo class as you. You think that they're your friends, but at that period in time, you're still developing and learning to know who you are. So, holding a big weight on who these people are and having them define what you are can be detrimental to your progress because you're still getting to know you. So if you still don't know who you are and somebody else's or someone's perception of who you are is what you're running with, I mean, you're preparing yourself for a very complex reality, a reality that, may be very unfulfilling because it's not defined by you. It's defined by what John thinks, what Larry thinks, what Stacy thinks, and you're doing things just because you think that that's what the group would do, should do. Listen, at a certain point in life, you're going to have to realize that, your life is your own. No matter how much someone loves you or does not love you, you're responsible for your own life. And when you start taking accountability for that, that's when you can start making these conscious, intentional decisions about the people that you want in your life for real and about the things that you want in your life for real. So one of the worst decisions, I think, I'm starting it with that you can make in your 20s is attaching yourself to entities that are not of you or don't represent you. That's number one. Stay with me here. We're going to number 2. Number 2 is almost as important as number 1. And honestly, this list is not made in like a importance hierarchy. I just jotted it down and I felt like all of this was relevant to what I feel I needed to know when I was younger. So number 2 is not exploring. This is a big one because a lot of times in life, we tend to believe that what we're around is a representation of what is all around, especially for me coming from, an impoverished neighborhood or coming from a single parent household. It's like what I, as a child, believed was normal was not necessarily normal. The things that I've seen, the things that I've witnessed, the type of people that I've been around, it's not, as I grew up, I started to realize, well, not everybody has seen the things that I've seen. Not everybody has witnessed some of the things that I've witnessed. And by knowing that, you're able to treat people differently. You don't always assume that a person is bad, negative, out to get you, or that they're good even. You have an unbiased perspective. And exploring is what gives you that perspective, give you that opportunity to be like, even if these people don't accept me for who I am, there's other people in the world that may accept me for who I am. I'm living in my truth. If that doesn't work for the people that I'm around, adios, I will find my tribe, and by exploring is where you give yourself the opportunity to actually find your said tribe. So explore. And if you're in your early 20s, know that, just because the friends that you have right now don't represent the people that you see yourself around, or maybe you don't have any friends. Maybe it's in the case where you don't have people that you could count on or that you could call to. That doesn't mean that that's the way it's always going to be. Explore, put yourself out there, and you will give yourself the opportunity to create that reality for yourself. So that's number 2. Number 3 is one of the worst decisions that you can make is to stop learning. And that is a very important thing. I'm putting out a video about the books that I've read that led me to a place of inner peace, of self-trust. I don't know if I'm going to put it out before this video or after this video or whatever, but I will put out a video about that. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't. But reading and learning is an important thing. It's not just when you're in school that, oh, you have to learn about a subject. Listen, when school ends, that's when life really begins. And that's when, the pressure is on to actually learn more and apply more. So don't think that the world that you have right now is the world. There's new ways, there's new perspectives. Maybe what you know, maybe every single thing that you know up until this point, you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, up until everything you know up until this point gave you nothing that you wanted out of life. That's a possibility, right? That doesn't mean that it's over. That doesn't mean that this world doesn't have what you need. It does. And a lot of it is hidden in the knowledge that's out there, the information that's out there. So go read a book, go watch a documentary. Like I said in the previous step, go explore and find out that there's more to life and there's more to you. So that's number 3. Number 4 is my handwriting is terrible. Just so you know, like I write and then I can't even read what I wrote, but bear with me. Making permanent decisions with temporary people is number 4. That, you see how all of them has like a theme, right? It's about knowing who you are versus what other people are, and knowing how to put that person in motion, knowing how to love, appreciate, and, take actions as that person. So number 4 is making permanent decisions with temporary people. A lot of times we develop these relationships, like, for example, you're at work and there's somebody that you hang around at work all the time, and because you've been working at that job for 3 years, you think Joe is amazing. You think Joe is just like you. Listen, the circumstance is that you guys are both at a job and you guys are both come back to the job so you can get paid. So whether you guys like it or not, you're gonna be around each other. It's probably a unconscious choice to be as cordial as you are. I'm not saying that Joe's not your friend, but I'm saying that your true nature is probably very different than what you know Joe's true nature to be. The circumstances put you together. That wasn't necessarily your conscious, intentional choice, right? That was the manager's choice or HR's choice, right? So sometimes you're making decisions why, for example, you're gonna be like, I wanna start a business and I'm gonna start it with Joey, who works with me at the pizza shop. Bro, Joey don't know nothing about no business. Just because he had a 1-2 conversation about, like doing a 1-2 thing, that doesn't mean Joey knows what Joey don't know what's going on, right? And maybe Joey only likes you for something else. He likes you because, there's no one to talk to. So now you have this big weight on your shoulders. You're gonna tell this person your what you consider to be your future, and you might not be getting the answer that you really felt that you deserve, and that's your own fault. You know what I mean? Don't be mindful of the decisions that you're making and with who that you're making those decisions. Be mindful of who you're giving your energy to, and don't fault a person for not reacting like how you expected them to. Like, understanding that everyone plays a different role or takes up a different space in this world and in your life will help you appreciate that. Listen, there's some decisions that I need to bring to certain people and other decisions I can't bring to those people. And that's not worth the heartbreak. In your 20s, it's like it's easy for you to just get heartbroken because this person said that and this person said this. Like, look, bro, just be mindful. Number 5 is not checking your habits. Number 5 is very important because we're growing up from our teens, and I just know me in my early 20s, I think that I have things figured out. I think that I understand who I am. I'm ready for the world. I'm a big man. There's a lot of things about me that I didn't realize, and it's only through going, for example, being in certain relationships that had me see, oh, well, I'm a person that, doesn't close the cupboard, right? I'm a person that, I have certain habits that I wasn't aware of. Now, these could be small habits, these could be big habits. Maybe you don't know how to deal with your own temper. Maybe you have certain tendencies or certain things that you do that you think is light, but it's actually heavy. Maybe you're drinking. You think, I drink when I go out, a 1-2 drink is lit. But you don't realize that, it's a 1-2 drink every single, couple hours and every single day. Then you're drinking like 5 to 7 times a week. That's not a small thing. You think that you're functional. You think that things are going well because you never check yourself. Because no one checked you in your teens. Right now you're in the real world, so you gotta check yourself. So check your habits. Now that can go from habits with certain, I was gonna say stupéfiant in French. Habits you have with certain substances, but this could be habits with how you talk to yourself, how you think. Maybe you're full of negative thoughts and you don't realize, it's time to look yourself in the mirror, especially in your 20s, and come to terms with what you are for real. Because this is the first time that you have this much power. Before you're a teen, now you're big. You know what I mean? Something that's gonna help you with that is meditation. I always recommend meditation. Take some time with yourself, separate yourself from the crowd, and appreciate what's going on around you. Separate from what's going on around you. Come to terms with what's going on around you. Meditation is a great vehicle for you to know yourself, to build self-trust, to understand what you're going through, why you're going through it. And if you need some meditations, I do have some on this channel. You can find me on Spotify for some guided meditations, and that'll help you tremendously with self-trust. Well, let's get back to this list. Number 6 is living in gossip. A huge thing that people do. Listen, I want to say that it's in your 20s. Bro, people do that in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. People just live to gossip, talking about the other person, right? Watching everybody, in Jamaica we say that people just watchy, right? Listen, what is that quote? That quote is, small minds discuss people, great minds discuss ideas, something like that. Write it down in the comment if you know exactly what I'm saying, but it really is true. People are always going to want to talk about people. People are always going to want to keep you in that circle of nothingness, of negativity, of lack, of just low level living, right? You don't want to do that. You are watching this video because you want to be better than that. Stay away from people that just live in gossip, man. It's okay to pass a couple comments here and there, but you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about gossip. People love to gossip. Stay away from that. You don't want that. You want to be with people that are uplifting you, uplifting your life, uplifting other people's life, uplifting their community. You know what I mean? Enjoying themselves, being at peace. They're in this moment with you. Stay away from the gossip. Now, number 7. The worst decision that you can make in your 20s is not working out. Listen, your health, the older you get is the more you're gonna realize, bro, it's a process, right? When you're young, when you're younger, right? Because, we still young out here. When you're young, you think that the metabolism just is the metabolism. I'm gonna eat what I eat, I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna be fine. But then, you get a little bit older and that creep start creeping on you, You become a little round around the edges, your thighs start, busting a little bit, that chin starts, hanging down, but you don't realize it. Somebody else who hasn't seen you in a long time, they realize it. But you don't realize it because it's piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. Listen, I was an athlete. I have been an athlete my whole life, and I always thought that this was cap. This is not cap. This is not cap. Take care of yourself, work out, eat right, however that looks for you. I'm not a dietitian, nutritionist. Yeah, I'm none of that. But I'm just a person on this screen that's giving you a little piece of advice. Sorry about that. This video was supposed to be shorter. I'm just a person on the screen giving you a little bit of advice. And my advice is take care of your body, however that looks. Go for walks. Even if you don't, have a gym regimen, do what you need to do to take care of your body. You have one temple. You have one body. It's not what's that movie I watched the other day? Spider-Man. You know how she could just jump into other people's bodies and you just be anybody you want to be? Yo, you're not that. Was it Phoenix? Jean Grey? Was it Jean Grey? I'm going off topic. Take care of your body. Number 8 is not traveling the world. And this kind of goes in hand with not exploring. Traveling the world is an important thing, like literally physically. When I said not exploring, it's like, exploring people, exploring situations, exploring circumstances. But right now, specifically, I want to say, bro, take up yourself and put it in another place. I used to be a person, and it's shocking to me now. Not really, that's how life is. But I used to be a person that I literally thought, like, I'm serious, I thought that my neighborhood was the entire world. Literally. I thought that my neighborhood was the entire world. Like, I knew that there was a globe around me and stuff like this. But where I'm from, there's all types of people. You got your Caribbean people, you got your European people, you got your Asians, you know what I mean? You got your Spanish, you got every type of person, right? And in my head, okay, I know those type of people, I know these type of people because I see them. Listen, that's your anecdotal experience. You don't know nothing. Get out of it. You don't know. Go away, get up, go somewhere and see it, feel it, understand it, see why it is. A lot of countries, we have different type of immigrant populations. Why are they here? How did they get here? What was the mentality that brought them here? Maybe that's the mentality that brings you out from where you are, right? Like go physically. It's worth it. Spend the money, do it, whatever you have to do. Go somewhere else, be somewhere else, exist somewhere else for a period of your life. Your 20s is the perfect time to do that. Go. Now, like I said, my writing is not the best. Bear with me. Listen. Number 8. I can't read that. So I'm just going to give you something else, right? I think it's number 8 or it's number 9, right? Is to mind how you speak to yourself. That's one of the best things, well, the worst decisions that you can do is not minding how you speak to yourself. Because the person that we are with the most time is ourselves. No matter if you're in a relationship and that person is stuck to you like white on rice, that little extra time that you go to the bathroom, that time when you go for your walk, time when you go to work, you're still with yourself. You're with yourself 100% of the time. Even when you're sleeping, your dreams are talking to you. So be very mindful about how you talk to yourself. You can be your own worst enemy. Believe me, I know you could be your own worst enemy. So be mindful of that. Talk positively about yourself and build that good relationship. The best relationship that you're going to have in your life is a relationship with who you are becoming, right? Mind how you speak to yourself, and little by little, maybe you're going to start and, you speak negatively. It's not even like, I'm not even saying that you're like tormenting yourself. It could be little things like, let's say you make a mistake and you're like, oh, I'm so dumb. No, don't say that, right? You know what I mean? Or, oh, I always do this, I always do that. Nah, bro. Speak life into yourself. Speak energy into yourself. In your 20s especially, develop that habit so that when you get older, you're a beast. Nothing can faze you. You're going to live in that that inner peace and that self-trust level, that's yogi level, right? Trust me, talking to yourself is a major thing. Now I think I'm at number 10. Number 10 is don't give up. The worst decision that you can make in your 20s is giving up. The worst decision that you can make in your 20s is believing that it's over. Believing that, oh, I should be, and I'm going to give you a bonus one, so it's going to be 11. It's believing that it's a wrap. Like, I did everything that I could. I tried everything. This is how life is. This is how my relationship with people are always going to be. This is how my physique is always going to be. This is my financial situation. Listen, it's just the beginning. It may not seem like it right now, but trust and believe, coming from me to you, it's not the end. Do not give up. And probably you don't even know how to not give up. So I'm going to explain it to you, right? Just keep going. Wake up another day. Even if you got to drag yourself through the day, drag yourself through that. Go outside. Get some sun. Try. Even if you do one thing towards who you want to be, it's better than doing nothing. Do not give up on yourself, because life is short, but it's long. Trust me. Don't give up. Now, number 11, and this is a bonus, and this is a bonus if I actually, 1 to 10, I couldn't read my writing. I don't know exactly where we're at right now, but I think we're at number 11, which is a bonus. The bonus lesson, the worst decision that you can make in your 20s is not forgiving. A lot of pain may have developed, in your mind, in your body, in your spirit growing up, right? Whether it be resentment towards your parents, resentment towards certain friends that you had, resentment towards the system, Babylon, right? Forgiveness is your greatest asset and tool in this reality right now. As I'm living with you, forgiveness. Because as they say, I don't remember where they said this, but forgiveness is for the forgiver. You have to understand that when you hold on to grudges, or when you hold on to certain situations, certain traumas, you're the one that's holding on to it. The person that was a part of putting you in that, or the situation that was a part of putting you in that, they're not even thinking about you, bro. You're the one that's living with that pain in your heart. You're the one that's going to start treating people in a certain type of way because of how X, Y, and Z treated you, or because of what you've been through in life, right? In your 20s, you need to learn, or what was very beneficial for me, because you're going to do what you do. You're you. What was very beneficial for me was learning how to forgive. I'm not telling you to be a doormat and just, always go back in situation. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you're going to be back gigi with everybody. It doesn't mean that. It means that you're going to allow yourself to have peace. It means that you're going to allow yourself to live without that weight on your shoulder. There's lovely people in this world. There's great people in this world. There's great situations. There's great countries. There's great food. There's great things to see. And you're going to see it through a very foggy lens if you're having all this pain and destruction like a dark cloud living inside of your heart and inside of your spirit, right? Forgiveness is an important thing, and in your 20s is your best time to learn how to apply forgiveness to your life so that you can make your world better for the family, the life, the reality that you're manifesting and creating for yourself. So that's what I got to say about that. And again, if the route that you want to go is towards self-trust, self-appreciation, self-knowledge. Sorry about that. I'll wrap up this video. If the route that you're going is self-knowledge, self-trust, self-appreciation, self-understanding, so that you're able to be your best self, so that you could be a better brother, sister, auntie, business person, a better representation of who you truly are. A great way to do that is going and self-auditing and, giving yourself the opportunity to look at yourself in the mirror. And a great way to do that, again, is through meditation. Meditation will give you that space to where you're able to think for yourself, be with yourself, and see yourself for who you really are, and appreciate that you're okay. You can be loved. You know, you definitely need work. We all do, but that doesn't stop the fact that you're a human and we're all doing this thing for the first time, and we all got this one body, and we're all doing what we have to do to go forward. So try meditation. I have some guided meditations on this channel. They will be linked in this video and or in the comments, or you could just check it out on Spotify or Apple Music. The meditations will be there, the guided meditations with Prince KERR. And those are the 10 worst decisions that you can make in your 20s. And I'll see you in the next video.